Can you hear me?
Yes. You hear me?
Barely. Okay, come through with the hair.
Just kidding. Oh,
Oh my
God.
God. Half of my head is cut off, but it's all right. I told Ebony to come up in here.
I did too, but she didn't respond to me. Okay. No.
Either.
No. Well,
Can you invite her through here?
I think so. You got the little icons at the bottom?
Nope. Mine is whack. Let me see. Yeah, I don't have any icons at the bottom.
Let's see.
Hey, you guys.
Hey, y'all. So what's the topic today? No.
We can do it tomorrow or something. Ashley?
Too late. No.
Um,
Too late. I invited her, but I don't know if she's even on.
no, she said she was going to put the, turn the notifications on. She's responding?
No. I was like, what is happening behind?
Hold on. I don't have the charger, so you got to move.
All right. The kids are there. What's going on, you guys? What's happening? How are you guys? She says she's unable to join. I think. Unless
That's what mine was doing yesterday.
she's just not on at all.
Hey, Siege. CJ.
Hey, everyone. So Skylar's going to pick the topic tonight. No.
I don't have the good stuff, the good quotes like you do.
Nope.
Bring up the quotes. Let's chitty chat, okay? Or CJ, you still on there? He can be the. He probably got up out of here. Speechless. CJ, what's up? You're gonna be our host for the night. You just
sister. I'm done.
the last couple times we were on here, we were talking about relationships. So if you have any relationship questions, or it can be about friendship, relationships.
Just, you know what? We're just going to invite you on. No, just kidding.
Yeah, actually, go ahead. No. Go ahead and invite CJ. Go ahead and invite CJ on there.
What host? I was trying to say.
It's too late. Now you're a part of the show. No.
Now you're here. No. The moderator.
We're waiting for Ebony to come on.
I'm going to just see what happens. Invite. No.
Backfire.
He's going to be like, decline.
I got his bonnet on tonight, ready to lay down.
Got his nightgown on. That's fine.
Night. Right.
So what did you eat for dinner, Skylar?
Guess what I made?
Pasta.
You were almost right. I was going to, but I made
spaghetti.
I made some tacos.
Should have known. He said, oh, no, I'm not ready. Whatever.
Oh, my gosh, CJ. Well, then ask questions through the chat, okay? Feel free.
Okay, I do have some quotes.
Okay.
Gosh. So one of them is from Young Pueblo. That page is pretty good, okay? So the quote said, well, the past.
Hold on, let me get them back in the room.
Gosh.
They already left. Close the door, y'all.
What you about to eat, CJ? No. Save us a plate.
He's not about to eat. He just don't want to be on the live. I'm just Okay, so what was the quote, Ashley?
So, your immediate reaction does not tell you who you are. It is how you decide to respond after the reaction that gives you real insight into how much you have grown. Your first reaction is your past. Your intentional response is your present. So what do you think
But
about
what if
that?
it's like an on and off thing? Like sometimes you
Ain't no plates over here, twin.
will eat,
Save us
gonna
a
play,
piece. No, I'm just kidding.
put it on a napkin and we'll eat now.
Save us a piece of the paper on the wrapping. No. Go ahead. What you think?
So like they're saying like how you react pretty much in general. It's
Like say,
like showing your growth.
yeah. So let's see. You still react with like hostility, let's just say. But then you start to sit and think, and then you're able to respond with a new perspective. I guess that's what it's talking about, like where you see the growth. So,
That's a tough one for me. I still react crazy sometimes.
like even after, like later on through the day, your reaction is still the same.
Sometimes you know how I get. I be venting all day,
So
but
you didn't grow? No, I'm just
I
playing.
didn't
I'm
grow
just
in some areas.
kidding.
But
Just kidding.
but I would say there are a few people that you already know. There are a few people that I feel like my reaction to certain things that they do has changed over the years. Because
Right.
of the things that we do now.
Mm-hmm.
Back in the day, I would have went off, but now I'm like, it's not even worth it. Not even worth putting all the energy into it.
That's growth.
So, guess that's one little example. What about you, Ashley?
My reaction is my response. No, I'm just playing. No.
No, you be
Like
ignoring people.
sometimes I ignore people. Sometimes I cut people off, and that's just my immediate reaction. But then once I sit and think, I'm able to be like, dang, I reacted too deep for this. Like it wasn't even that serious for me to cut them off. I can still like at least have a conversation and get some understanding or something. But I be ready to let them go. I don't have time for the games. No.
I know. That's how I am too. I'm like, you about to just get blocked. Forget it.
Exactly. So do you agree with that quote or no?
Yeah, I do agree with that. I definitely agree with it.
I think so too. Like once I'm able to master my reactions, then I really will see growth because I'm gonna be like, I should have went off, but I held it together.
But sometimes we do have to stop and think, like, is this worth reacting in this way?
Yeah.
You know?
I was watching that show Queens on
I
ABC with
keep hearing
Brandy.
about them. Is that the one with Brandy?
Yeah. So like there's a gay couple on there. I know some people have their beliefs about that, but one of the girls from the couple, she cheated on the other one, and the other one was asking her like, "What's wrong?" Because she was not telling the girl, and then like she would ask that throughout the day, and so she wouldn't tell her. She would try to like make up lies to how she's acting or whatever. So she finally she's sitting down, and then the girl comes. She's like, "What's wrong? Something just seems wrong." And then the girl's like, "Okay, I cheated on you." And then the other girl, she's just like, I knew you had cheated already."
No, you were
But
giving them
it was her reaction that was just like, dang, I could take some notes from this. Because I would have been like, no, I'm just kidding.
Now, if somebody was telling me that they cheated on me, like, probably wouldn't be that calm.
Okay, because the way she responded, I know it's a show, but I was like, this is some good stuff. No, I could be like, I don't know, more full of grace or whatever. But they can, if I'm doing all that, doesn't that indicate like you can do it again? Go ahead, be free. No.
Exactly, because it's like if you're too calming about it, like it's like either you're cheating too, or
let me do it again. She ain't gonna do that.
Or the other person's thinking like, well, she didn't react the way I thought she was gonna react. Cheating again. Let me go.
Let's see if I get some more love from it. No, because it's like I don't know. I didn't know how to feel at first because I was like, dang. Because she kind of like the other girl, she was just like, you know what? It's okay because I'll just have to wait until you're free from that. And when we come back together, then it's all love or whatever. So she
That's how
was,
the girl responded?
huh?
That's how the girl responded?
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're right. You
You
can
can
react with
react
grace
with
and
grace and forgive,
forgive.
but you don't have to stay. Exactly. You don't have to stay. Because you can, like, you know, find somebody else who ain't going to do you wrong like that.
I gotta go out with a bang. I'm sorry. If I'm gonna leave, I gotta go out with a bang. Like you cheated. I,
Speaking of
girl,
cheating, would you go back to somebody who cheated on you?
no, no.
Explain.
Have I went back? Yes. And that caused, well, we weren't necessarily together at the time, but I thought I was the only girl that he was talking to. And it was like, we invested so much time. It was like we might as well should have been together during that time.
Mm.
And so you already know the story, Ashley, but I'm not going to go into details on here because their family might all of a sudden want to log into the
Right.
thing. But I did take the person, like, I started talking to that person again months later, and it ended up being like a lot of trust issues. I didn't trust nothing
Exactly.
that they were saying. It was just, why get back with the person if you're just gonna
Do it
continue, like,
again.
you know, I started accusing the person of everything because I didn't trust them. The trust was
Yeah.
broken. And so, like, now that I'm older, I'm looking back and I'm like, should have just let that situation go, left it alone, and healed
Yeah.
properly. Because then
Yeah.
I ended up continuing a relationship with him, actually getting a, being official with him.
Did you feel like you
Yeah,
needed to
that
cheat
was
on him? Like, did you feel like you wanted to get revenge by
I
cheating on
did,
him?
I did, and I did cheat. And so it's like two wrongs to make a right, obviously, but it's like it's not even worth it if you're not gonna be a. I can't even get the words out. Don't get back with the don't get with the person. Don't continue a relationship with the person if you're going to continue questioning them. If you're going to continue
Yeah.
accusing them of stuff, because you're just going to stress your own self out. Just chaotic. It's going to turn
Yeah.
into a chaotic movement over there.
Exactly.
Hey, Blanco 818.
Hey, Renee in the house.
Blanco.
Huh?
So what about you, Ashley? Do you okay?
Um,
Would you take a person back for cheating? And if you did, would you want that revenge?
um, I think I have taken somebody back, but like you said, it takes a lot of like trust to be built again because it's like when they leave the house, you like, I wonder where they really going.
He's not really going to work. He got all kind of sick time built up. Like,
Exactly. And it's like, I heard somebody say, uh, the you put in buckets of like trust or something, but once that trust is broken, you have to build it back up with like little droplets. Like it takes droplets to build that trust again. So
hmm.
all those buckets were just wasted because you want to make one little move that compromised the whole relationship. And so it's going to, it takes some time to build up that trust even more now. Now it's taking longer. And so for me,
Exactly.
it literally took me some time to just like trust again. Like I did end up letting that person go because I was like, well, we came back together at some point, but before we did, I took some time to just heal and stuff. I mean, like we ain't together now, but still, when we got back together, I was able to like think before I accused, if that makes sense.
Now,
But I still had in the back of my head, I was just like, he
did
probably
you feel
out
like you
here.
wanted to choose back though? Did you feel like you wanted to get revenge?
Oh yeah. No, I'm just kidding. No,
Hey, Anna, did
I
you want
think
to get revenge back?
I did want to, but I don't think I did. That was years ago. I don't think. Um, I think when we weren't together, that's when I was just like, I'm gonna just let him see that I'm with somebody else or whatever. Trying to get back in petty ways and involving unnecessary people because I just wanted to make that person jealous. So I was just like, I'm not feeling you, but I'm gonna still go out with you because,
They're my rebound.
yeah. So, like, we all have those inclinations, but you know, it's up to us if we want to act on it.
Exactly. And how long do you think? And I don't think healing has a time limit on it, but for you, how long did it take for you to heal?
Maybe like 2 months.
I
Yeah.
know. That was fast.
But
For me,
I
it took
didn't,
me
of course, you don't
15
heal
years.
fully because you heal every day. But
It took me
like,
some 15 years
for
to
me
get
to
over
not
it.
like,
And in the
yeah, I
meantime,
don't
it's
think
like,
it depends on how
hey,
long you've
hey,
been with somebody. Hey, Ebony, it depends on how
hey,
long you've
put
been
it
with
in
that
join
person.
us.
You hear me? No,
Huh?
it depends on how long you have been in that relationship because my situation, it was a short situation, and so I needed only 2 months to heal from that. But if you were with someone for a while, like, then hey, how are you?
Like, I'm
If
fine. I gotta inch up closer. What's up? We gotta add Ebony into the
Romaine in
mix.
the house. But if you've been with someone that long, I'm sure it will take some more time. Like,
Yeah, because it's like when you invest all that. We're just talking about one of Ashley's quotes that she had, and we got on the topic of cheating and doing tit for tat.
I don't even know how it. Oh, the reaction thing.
The reaction, like she was talking about how somebody on the show reacted to their girlfriend cheating. And so yeah,
Yeah. So the
she
quote
had a,
was
she had a
your.
graceful reaction, and I was saying, if I found out that my significant other was cheating, I wouldn't react like that. I would probably be going off, going nuts, and probably try to get revenge. I mean, that was the past Kyler, but
Yeah.
now, yeah.
Yeah, because the quote was saying, your immediate reaction does not tell you who you are. It is how you decide to respond after the reaction that gives you real insight into how much you have grown. Your first reaction is your past. Your intentional
Hey,
response
Tenika.
is your present. So we were just saying, like, will we be pissed off right away, but then like stop and think, or will we like evolve all of us, not all of a sudden, but evolve with a different reaction or response or whatever, you know? Like that's making sense. No,
Yeah, that's a tough
no,
one.
look, I'm going off. No, I'm just playing.
Like you said, it depends on long you guys can, how long you guys have been together, like history, how much time you guys invested. Some
Yeah,
people don't do it. They're like, I wanted to get rid of you anyway. I'm just playing.
it
But
was about time. No,
but like if you invested so much time in someone, like for in my
in your case,
situation,
yeah.
like dang.
Yeah. And then we were talking about like healing and stuff, like how long it takes. For my situation in the past, like years ago, we were only together for like a few months, and then I was able to heal within like two months. And then I was saying in regards to Skylar's, if you're in a relationship for years, it may take a few months or years to heal from that. But nobody's truly totally healed. Like we still
There's really
decide
no
to
time
like,
limit on him.
but there's a
But
moment where you want to move forward, if that makes sense.
hello, let's talk about a new quote. Let's get it.
I'm still in that. No, just playing.
Fine, we can talk about it.
Just kidding. No. Um, how about this one? This is still Young Pueblo. No.
The same
uh,
person.
same chicken wing. No. Oh, let's see. Tenika wants to say, hey, let's see what's going
I can't even see on this thing.
Hey.
Hey, Tenika.
Hey, Tenika.
What's going on, girl?
What are y'all doing?
We just talking about nothing.
We just on here talking.
Wasting everybody's time. No.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So no, because that did hit a spot for me. Like, hey, Ebony.
Ebony joined us here too.
Okay, so y'all know I'm a nudist, so I'm not. Let me tell y'all.
Ebony.
I'm just gonna do this real quick. So like I thought I was healed from somebody, right? This would happen like I want to say like 2 years ago, when like I had my tumor taken out of my breast for the second time, like, and this individual, I sincerely thought, genuinely thought that this person cared for me. Hey, cousin. I thought this person cared for me, but he ended up being hella crazy. Like,
oh Lord,
like just, I mean, I'm talking about to the point to where like mentally and trying to be physically abusive, but we all know the physically abusive part wasn't gonna happen.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I thought that I had forgiven him. And now when I'm on the freeway and I see his Lexus truck, I'm looking, I'm trying to look, I'm like, let me catch this fool in traffic. When I thought I had forgiven him, because I mean, those scars were deep, because here it is, a person that's supposed to love you and take care of you and cherish you. And this fool is doing the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like, to the point to where, like, if you don't like an answer that I give you, you're not going to go feed me. When I need help feeding myself at this moment, when I need help clothing myself, bathing myself at this moment, but because you don't like something that I said, you choose, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that I had forgiven him. I'm telling y'all, I was like, Lord, I forgive this fool, because it goes deeper than that. And I don't want to talk about it now, because I'm writing about it in the second novel I'm writing.
Oh, come on.
So I was like,
get into that one.
Yeah.
New York.
So I was like, it's real deep.
New York undercover.
Like, man, I'm thinking, like, now that I'm back in Texas, I was like, hell no. Every time I see his Lexus, a truck that looked like his Lexus, I'd be like, I know damn well this ain't this fool riding next to me in traffic or sitting next to me at the light. Because, like, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Oh Lord!
Just when you think you healed over something, I mean, I guess it take until you get to that moment, you don't know, because people be like, "Yeah, are you healed? Are you over this person?"
You get
like,
triggered.
"Yeah, I'm over this person," but you really not.
Exactly.
You get triggered. Yeah, it's a trigger.
Yeah, that was a trigger. So that was like, that taught me something, because I was like, shit, I thought I was over that person. I really thought, but then I'd be like getting upset. I'm like, God, I could be listening to like my gospel music, and I'll see a Lexus truck that look like his. I'd be like, roll down like I did the other night when I was.
Did she change the music to "Nuck If You Know"?
When I was coming home from my office, I was listening to my gospel music, and I thought he was rolling up next to me. So I rolled down my window, took my head all out the window. I was like, I'm gonna beat his ass if this is him. I'm gonna get his ass. Like, I don't know how I'm gonna cut him off on this traffic, but I'm gonna get his ass today.
He's a goner. You was ready for him.
Then the car starts speeding up, and I'm like, this him. I was like, he saw me. I'm about to get that ass. Oh, hell no. That's funny. I thought I was over him, though. I was like, I thought I forgave him. I thought I was over it.
Dang. I guess that's an indicator, though. Like, to see if you really healed or not. Like, you see him in the store or something. Like, you going up or what? What's going to be the response?
Ooh, I hope. That's what I be hoping, because I'm like, Lord, if I see this man in the store, I'm going to act up. These people.
Get heated all over.
They go get
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I didn't know that everybody on my, like, if I get on somebody else's live, everybody from my.
Yes.
They start
Oh,
chiming
they
in.
can see.
I
Yeah,
didn't know that. This is my first time doing like,
going live.
yeah.
I'm gonna
Be
need for
like,
you to take this bonnet off if you're gonna be naked.
she is
Look,
living her life.
I
Like
am.
golden.
I am. I'm gonna tell you now. So look, because let me tell y'all something. I got this weave on underneath this bonnet,
Burn.
and no, honestly, I was like, cause y'all know I went back to work in the corporate world, so I've been back in the corporate
Oh,
world for a while now, and I was actually blessed to get a corporate apartment.
hey.
So I move out of my townhome and stuff tomorrow. Everything's
All
already in
right.
storage, so I'm like, praise God, cause I won't have no bills.
Oh, shoot. That's the
Right.
best part.
Yes.
That part.
So
Now, which
I'm like,
job
thank
is
you,
this?
Lord. I'm just praising God.
Shoot. Yeah, for real. That's congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Right, Ebony.
Ebony.
Hallelujah.
Thank you, Daddy.
Oh, daddy.
Oh, Daddy. That's funny.
All of a sudden, the kids want to get loud in the back. I'm like,
And mine
Uh-oh.
are
Got
like over
excited.
here being nosy. Can you go? Bye.
Ebony,
Man,
I just left the nail spa, right? And this little girl walks in there. I was like, oh my gosh. She looked like Ebony's daughter.
oh,
Yeah. It was so
Really?
weird. I was like, oh my gosh.
That was her. What do they call those things? I forgot what they call them.
You know, they say everybody have a look-alike.
A doppelganger or
Doppelganger.
Double rapple.
She
The
looked just like your
Doppler
daughter.
7000.
Right?
The Doppler weather.
Salads with brains. Dopplers.
ABC Doppler.
Mark Brown.
Is it raining out there?
No.
Mm-mm.
No.
It's burning up today.
It's 80
It was
something
burning
degrees
up out here in
today.
Vegas.
Oh, that's
So,
right. Yeah. Well, it's been raining out here.
Oh man,
No, it's been hailing, not raining.
that's even worse.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So we talk about next, God.
Nah. Well, how is everybody doing? No.
What was the next quote you were about to read?
Yes.
Letting go can feel like a tremendous struggle, even when you know that it is absolutely necessary for you to live a better life. Breaking with the past is literally a break, an end, a refusal to return. Old patterns keep repeating until you intentionally move in a new direction. So I kind of agree, but I don't.
I do.
Let's hear.
I agree. Yeah,
I
because
don't
this
know.
guy, I was dating this guy. I was dating this guy. And I'm gonna talk about that in my book too. On the second book. I was dating this guy, and for a long time, like I thought this guy was divorced for like years, right? So one day, randomly, I never met the ex-wife, but randomly she walked into somewhere where I was.
Oh, Lord.
And giving his information, and I'm like, damn, that can't be like the same person with the first and the last name. I'm like, no, it can't be that coincidence that she just here with me.
Yeah.
So then I was like, man, I'm like, I know some people with that same last name. So she's like, oh, really? Are you from Texas? I'm like, no, I'm from California. So then she was like, oh, yeah, name some people. And I named, she's like, oh, that's my husband. We've been married over 20 years. I'm like, oh, really?
What? 20 years?
I'm like, wow, that's a long time. I said, I'm so happy for y'all.
Oh, shit.
I said, I'm like, good for y'all, right?
Like he was just touching my cheeks 2 nights ago.
She said, if you're not from Texas, huh?
He was
like you were just touching my cheeks 2 nights ago.
Yeah, no, they're living together damn near. So
oh, shoot.
I was like, man, I'm like, that's a long time. I cherish marriages like that. I'm like, congrats to you guys. She's like, well, you say you're not from Texas, so how you know my husband again? And I was like, well, I was out here for a while previously, and I said, I get out, I go to a lot of the lounges. I said, and he's always there with his friends. I said, very, nice crowd, gentlemen. They're always there. And it's like, oh, okay, nice, nice. And I was like, yeah. So like 10 minutes later, I tried to call him. My number was blocked.
She knew.
Oh.
She knew.
So she had got to him before I did. And she
Shoot.
probably said, man, somebody said they know you. Some girl from Los
So
Angeles.
she showed up like where you were? Like, did she know where you was? That's why she showed up?
No.
That's what I'm wondering.
He didn't.
Like,
they
she
didn't
have
know.
no clue?
No.
Oh,
Who's probably
dang.
following you?
How? I
She
had
probably
already
in here,
stopped
right?
talking to him.
But at one point,
Speechless.
if y'all was living together or if he was always at your house.
No, because he don't even know. He didn't even know that I was back.
Dang.
No, but
Yeah.
didn't you say y'all lived together at one point? Or not lived together, but you was like, you guys were always together?
Yes. But then I was
if-
working. I was not working in the corporate world then, and he didn't know anything about me coming back.
I
So
know,
how
but
did
what if she knew prior? Like, what if she just didn't say nothing?
Yeah.
Before.
She was tricking you.
How? Okay, I want to hear this. So how?
Okay, so like, if they've been married for 20 plus years or whatever, right? And let's just say you started talking to him in year 19, whatever, right? Maybe they're going through whatever, but they not, you know how that happens. Like, they're separated, but they're still messing with each other, right? So he's with you in year 19 and y'all kicking it. Maybe they live in separate places, but she still got tabs
They
on
fucking, let me tell you, excuse my language, because we damn near live together. So
right. So she still got tabs on him. Mind you, they're married. She knows, she got all his information. Ain't nobody married that long and don't know where that man is at. Right. So she was probably like, okay, where is he at? So I ain't gonna say nothing. You know, she just building a case. Yeah. And then it's like
act oblivious.
Right. And then if you guys stop talking, then it's like, okay, cool, I'm in the clear. And then you come back. You know what I mean? Like, maybe she just kept tabs on him and was like looking for you.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Ebony. I promise you I didn't think of it like that.
Because, I mean, a relationship that long, you're not about to just walk away and be like, have a great life.
Right.
You know,
but you know what,
Ebony?
Fun. And you're right, because I kept trying to put two and two together, and I kept saying, I'm like, man, I told him one day, I said, y'all got a lot of history together. I'm like, you sure y'all not going to try and get back together? Y'all been divorced 3 years already.
And
y'all not going to try to get back together?
She might have thought they were working on things, because whatever he telling her. So she probably think, oh, yeah, we good. Like, but on his end, he telling you we not good. Right. So she in a whole relationship by herself. Yeah. You know? So it's just like,
so when he lied,
then
when he lied, Ebony, then that's when I was like, her ass, I feel sorry. It's probably ain't even her fault.
Right.
Because he's the
half the
fucking
time
dummy.
it's not.
Yeah, he's the dummy. So then I was like, you know what? When I did get a hold of him, because I got my other business phone right here, I called him. I'm like, you too fucking, you old. You fucking old. You need to get out the street and sit your old ass down. Like, and so then he was like, can you just meet me so that we could talk? And so then I was like, what? I did. And then he was like, I said, you can't even be honest. You're supposed to be this hardcore gangster. You know, you fucking almost 70 years old. Nigga, like, sit your old ass down. Like,
time out.
He must have had a great personality, huh?
But y'all know
else that was great.
His pee had a great.
But you guys know I like older. I like older men.
Oh, okay. I'm like,
so he was still swinging. He was still swinging that thing.
I mean, he's 61. But he down there.
He look young?
Yeah, he look good.
Okay, I was like,
How did not to get explicit, but how did it look down there? Like,
the sex was amazing.
Oh, okay. Then it just makes sense then.
I mean, it was like, you're asking me, so you're asking me. You asked me.
You stressing
Let's
me out.
get it. I'm about to give me a little
Sugar
cat.
baby.
And I was surprised. I'm like, damn, like the dick is good, but it ain't worth me fucking over nobody's marriage. Once I found out that you're a married man, I don't have no business entertaining you no more.
And how old was she?
Well,
She
well
old
then,
I don't know how old she was. I think Linda was like in her 50s or
going
something.
back to the quote though, because it was talking about letting go, right? Was it hard for you to let him go after you found out he was married?
Yes, that's what I was getting to, and I'm sorry because then I kept like, man, my temptations, like I didn't sleep with this man, but I'm telling you, like I kept praying away. I'm like, Lord, please, even in the middle of the night, because I'm like, ooh. I'm like, please, God. I'm like, this is not what I need. This is not. It was hard to let go.
Yeah.
It was hard to let go. Like it was a point in time that if he said in the middle of the night, like, come get this, like,
oh,
I'd be like,
that angel and devil on her shoulder.
Yes.
How long were y'all together?
For like a year.
Oh.
Dang, so it was a lot of time.
That's kind of long.
Yeah, and y'all so it is hard to let that kind of situation go.
Yeah. Especially when that's good.
Yes. So I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like,
yeah.
That is a hard thing to let go.
yeah. And we frequent at the same. Well, I haven't been like, I've been really like just concentrating on other things. But when I would like go out, like we frequent at the same places. So, like he would see me, be like, man, it fucked me up to see all these dudes talking to you and saying hi to you and just.
Did he get back with her? Right.
Well, I don't know. Shit, I don't go that far into it. Like I told him, I'm like, well, you fucked up. Like that's not my problem. Yeah,
right.
I don't have no business entertaining you no more.
Yeah,
at all. So that's that, and yeah, it was hard. It was hard.
I mean, I think any type of breakup that you care about somebody is going to be hard, though.
Yeah.
Cause I think a lot of people hold on to the what if things change?
Yeah.
Or what if things get better? Or let me hold on a little while longer just in case I get what I want out of the deal.
Yeah.
Or whatever the situation is. So I think that it's a lot of factors, not just the love and care. I think it's a lot of factors that go into not letting things go.
But now see with me, the big factor played a part with the love part because I'm like, damn, like
you started like really falling for this.
Exactly. And now you're a married man. I don't have no business. I gotta cut it off like right then and there.
Right.
I don't have no business entertaining you. I don't got no business fantasizing about you no more. Nothing.
And then I think that when it comes to like a breakup, like that's like a death. Like I think any relationship, it's like a death. So you're still going through that process of grieving and mourning that loss. Exactly. And it's like
you spending all that time with them. It's
right. You still want that back. So you'll start questioning, well, can we make this work? Or are you really that serious? So guys, really still,
But then no, because look, honestly, cousin, like if it was somebody that was not a married man, like yes, like I would go through those motions. But because he's a married man, like I put my fucking self in her shoes, and I'm like, look, I done been through that before. I was married, went through all the cheating shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I know how I feel for a nigga to just think he could just walk around here and fuck anything walking.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want that. Like, I don't want to intervene in nobody's marriage because I don't want nobody I don't want that feeling again. Exactly. I know how I feel, so I don't blame her. Like I told Donnie, I'm like, you're fucked up. Like you're fucked up in the head.
Yeah.
It's not even her.
He has to deal with that on his own.
Yeah.
Like
he needs to 61 years old. Like you still ain't set the fuck down. Like
he's set in his ways at this point.
Yes. Yeah. So, I gotta think about even try and think. I don't want to think about, oh, is this gonna work? Cause no. Let me take my head out of that now. Cause first of all, he's a married man, and if I ever think about stepping foot in between anybody marriage, where my blessings going down the drain.
Right. Yeah.
They're going down the drain.
Karma's real.
Yeah. They going down the drain. I think that happened to me once before where I was oh Lord, I better make sure that ain't nobody, that the person is not
let me see.
watching, because
only one person in here. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, how many people? It's 3. It say 3, right? It's 3.
Mine
I don't
says
want the
5.
wrong person to be
Oh, it
watching.
says 5 on y'all? Dang, mine's only showing one person on the thing.
Mine is showing 3.
Oh, maybe. Oh, it's probably us 4 and then 1.
Thought we had some fans. I'm not just kidding. No.
So,
but it says people joined. Are they like not on here no more?
No, I don't know. Well, let me not even talk about what I want to talk about, because the right person, that person should be paying attention.
Exactly, but up there hiding somewhere. Jasmine. Storyteller says she's
that's
here.
my best friend. Yeah,
hey.
That's my best friend.
Hey, Jasmine.
She's in Tanzania right now.
Oh, nice.
What time is it out there?
Right.
I don't know. Probably.
That's what I'm supposed to say. Like, what time is it?
I know it's the next day. Probably.
Yeah.
A new week over there.
No, man, this is a good conversation to have.
Yeah.
I think the only one that's in here too. On my side. Yeah.
What's the next question?
Let's see. Oh, y'all good with that one, right? Y'all okay, good.
Oh, everybody good.
That was a good one.
All right, let's see. Okay. This one is a little different. There is an attractive vibe that people who are willing to grow emit, even if you are just starting on your journey. Being comfortable with the fact that you are imperfect and are ready to move beyond old limits gives off a special energy that calls in emotionally mature people. I gotta agree with that one, at least,
Okay.
Yeah, I agree too.
I think people just have, like, when you're open to growth, I think you just attract that energy.
Yeah.
A lot of times when people are closed off, they don't, they're closed off, so people don't approach them, or I don't know. People seem to think that you don't see through them. Like, I don't, like you don't see through the BS.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people seem to think that they're good at hiding that, and it's like, no,
we see all of this.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna let you feel that.
You see your pain through it behind your eyes.
Exactly.
Right, like, it's just sometimes it's just an energy, and I mean, and sometimes if you don't see it right away, eventually it comes out, like, but I think it's just certain energies attract certain energies, like, I don't know.
Yeah, because I think, like, once you're, like, let's say you are inside you're broken, so you're gonna attract all those people who are also broken, and
right. Or you attract people who get attracted to broken people who want to fix them. You know what I mean? Like, it makes
as
them,
if they already.
It makes them feel like a god, or like powerful when they like on have you guys all seen You?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's
like, not to give anything away, but like, just the fact that like some people prey on broken people.
Yeah.
Because then they're able to manipulate them.
Yeah.
Where is this on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm watching Netflix right now. It's called You.
Yeah. But there's that's because they broken too. And sometimes those broken people trying to hide their brokenness. So they trying to like feed off of yours so that they're not focused on their stuff.
That's so or they depend on you healing.
Yeah.
Now I was saying, when you get with a broken person and they depend on you to heal them.
To fix them.
Right. True. That's true.
That one's a lot of layers.
Yeah. Then there's that attachment and all that. And then when you are healed, then you start choosing better. Like I don't want that in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
And like, if energies attract certain energies, you just won't be around that anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Because real recognize real. That's what they say.
Huh.
No. That's what they say. No. Let's see.
Hold on, I'm gonna mute myself real quick. I gotta tell the kids good night.
Okay. Let's see what we could say. Even if the connection is strong, there enough. Okay. That's a good one too. All right. Okay, so here's another one. Even if the connection is strong, is there enough emotional maturity between the two of you to build a home together? Do your levels of commitment to expanding self-awareness and healing past patterns match? This is not about perfection. This is about being ready to embrace growth. So, no matter if the connection is strong, do you think moving forward and building a life with somebody is strong enough for an emotional maturity between y'all? Like,
wait, what was the beginning?
Even if the connection is strong, is there enough emotional maturity between the two of you to build a home together?
I think if the connection is strong, that's a strong, there's already a strong foundation right there.
Exactly. That's what I was just thinking. Like, how are y'all connected then? No,
right. I personally wouldn't want to move with somebody or move into something that serious or big with somebody I'm not connected with. Like, we're not about to just be roommates. Like,
no, that's what we're not gonna do.
Right. Yeah, like I think you'd have to be mature enough to build a life with somebody. Like,
yeah,
you both have to be on that same level. It can't be just one person's here, one person's there. That's not gonna work.
Yeah. Like, do you guys have the same type of want to heal together? Like, do you want to heal? Because if you want to stay how you are, then I don't know if we have enough to build together.
Right.
Like, so that was one.
I don't think you can though. Like, maybe you can, because not everybody heals at the same time. So
yeah, it's true.
As long as you're working on it, then yes, of course, I think that shows a level of maturity that, like, I can look forward to a future of you being fully healed, as long as somebody's open to that healing and not staying stagnant. Like, if that person's staying stagnant and you're growing, then that's not going to work, or vice versa. Like, some people like to stay in victimhood. So,
tell me about it. We'll talk about that when you come out of here.
No, you go ahead and talk about that, girl. Go ahead.
People just like to say the victim, because if they remain the victim, then it justifies their actions going forward. So,
girl,
I feel this way, so this is why I act this way. Or, it's just a dependency or
this is just how I am. Like, no.
I can't stand that, because I feel like no matter, as long as you have breath in your body, I don't care if you're 12 or 72, you're capable of changing. I hate that statement. And, like, how people be like, oh, they're set in their ways, and I'm just like, we're humans.
Like, life ain't over.
Right, but as humans, we're supposed to just evolve, period. Like,
right,
you're just always supposed to grow. Like, you don't get to 70 and just be like, all right, I'm there.
Yeah.
Like, we're constantly growing. So I hate that.
Right.
I do too. I'm like, as long as there's, like you said, as long as there's breath in your body and you still living, then you can still grow.
Yeah.
You can still learn. Nobody says you stop learning at a certain age.
And then there's a lot of things that older people have to unlearn. So there's a lot of unlearning that you have to do even in your adulthood in order to grow. Like, there's a lot of stuff that, how people say, like, when they're younger and they make decisions, it's like, oh, well, I was young, I didn't know what I was doing, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't go forward in life with that same thought process. You've now learned something different. So you have to change with that accordingly. You can't stay where you were 20 years ago with that same thought process and bring that, that you don't evolve that way. You don't grow that way. So that's one statement I can't stand those.
Hey, Delana.
Oh, is she here?
She probably closed the screen out already. I know.
Let me get
It's an accident. I know. That is so true. No.
Skylar, you was gonna share something.
To piggyback off of, I just wanted to.
Here we go with the piggyback ride.
When you're dating somebody like Ebony just stated, there's some people that just want to stay being the victim. And I've been with somebody that just wanted to be the victim all the time. They didn't want to get out of that. Like, we tried therapy, we tried it all. We tried talking, we tried different things, but they just still wanted to remain broken. It's like they like that attention. They like that. They just like that spot. They were in their comfort zone, being the victim.
It's comfortable there. Because they know once they have to face their reality that it's going to break them.
Yeah.
And they don't want to feel that. They don't want to feel those emotions. So, like, once you get to that point, and it's not even just in relationships, because, like, just family members that we deal with and all of that, it's like you want to remain in that state because it's comfortable there, and everybody's already used to your nonsense at that point.
They know what to expect.
Parents, for example.
Who?
No, I said, like, our parents, for example, like.
Yeah, mine too. Like, it's just like, at what point do you say, all right, that's enough? Like,
yeah, because I'm getting tired of seeing you like that. It's time to grow. No, it's time to grow. No.
Especially when you know better. But it's like you know that you need to get out of that situation. You know you need to stop being
now it's
like that, but you don't.
You're seeking attention at this point. If you're staying the same, it's like, okay.
When everybody just want to have a side story. It's like, just grow up.
Right.
But
they know once they face that, once they have to face their demons or face their truth, that's going to break them. Because they're going to have to face themselves. And a lot of times people perceive themselves one way, and when you shatter that perception, then it's like, oh shoot, like, like, they know what it is, but they're hoping nobody else sees what it is.
Yeah.
And so once they have to face themselves, then it's like they gotta feel all those emotions. Like, you gotta feel all the emotions that, like, how you hurt people, how people have hurt you, and it's not just them hurting; it's their traumas too. Once they have to face all of that, their traumas, how they hurt people, how, like, what, all that stuff, that they already know that it's gonna shatter them, like, and they don't want to feel it. They don't want to. They don't realize it's just temporary though. You got to get through it, face it, feel it, and then move on. Forgive yourself and then move on. But people don't want to do that.
Exactly. Like Skylar was saying with the parents, like, just, being the position that they are, they think, like, nothing needs to change, especially if they're older, like, say 60s or whatever. They think, this is just how it's supposed to be. Like, I'm not changing. It's like they're afraid to see past the pain, because it's like they maybe feel like they're gonna have a heart attack or something. I don't know, but it's
it
like
probably feels that way.
They face it. They're like, dude, like it's something clicks for them. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Parents are another situation, because it's like the generation they grew up in. Like, their parents did it to them, which I'm pretty sure their parents. But it's like, at what point do you unlearn that? You knew how you felt in that situation. You knew how your parents made you feel.
Yeah.
So why do you continue to go forward? Right. Like, why do you continue that? Like, when do you break that? Like, when do you stop?
Yeah.
You know, and why is that comfortable? It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to have conversations,
sit
and
in
it's
it.
like why do you want to feel that? Like, that's just
Yeah.
unnecessary stress. Like, you know,
Right.
or not even taking the time to learn it. It's so much easier for people to just be like, "Cause I said so," or
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
easy
what it
out.
is.
I said so. Like, dang.
Right. Like,
And then when you express yourself, you already know.
right.
Like, you're being disrespectful. Like,
Yeah, it's always
Oh my God.
disrespect when you disagree.
Oh my
It's
God.
like,
Yeah.
it's not disrespectful. I just don't agree with that point. Like, I
Right.
just don't get down with that.
Right.
Oh, yeah. That brings back triggers in it.
I know. I'm like,
I'm getting heated right now.
I'm start arguing with our parents when we get out. I'm just
Right.
I'm going to call my mom.
tell her a piece of my mind. Like,
Right.
She's like, click, none.
Right.
Like,
I'm
we
tell
don't
her,
have
I'm
time for
going to
this.
talk
I
to
don't
you
want to
later.
hear it.
Because
I'm
I
going to hang
said
up.
so.
She always be
Just sitting there yelling.
doing that. What's the next one, y'all?
Oh, dang.
Everybody out.
There's a lot of responsibility. No, I'm just kidding. Listen, no. Don't, what? I'm going to just read anything at this point.
Remember who you are.
Remember. Remember. It does say remember, though. Remember. Do
Like, where did the conversation start? Remember. Like,
I know, exactly. Like, already?
just jumps right into it.
Remember, do not get stuck in a savior pattern. Help people when you can without becoming attached to being a helper. It is not your job to save everyone.
Mommy,
Yes, I'm just playing. I'm just kidding. Like,
Michelle,
yes,
I'm just kidding.
what?
Michelle.
Oh, now she's the savior of the world at this point.
Coming all the way from Vegas to go to the hospital to visit somebody. Like,
I know. Like, you're not gonna be able to heal them. If they go, they go. No.
When healing is so bad. I'm just
Right. Do you guys ever feel like you gotta be like
I wonder
that?
where that stems from, though. Like, where that mentality, maybe they couldn't be saved, so they feel like if I save somebody else, that'll be redemption. Or they could not so much save themselves, but save their mistakes or save what they've done wrong. So let me save others. Maybe it makes I don't know. Maybe it makes up for, or that's their atonement. I don't know.
Yeah. Like, let's say they
There's a difference between being helpful and then being like, I gotta go and I gotta be there for every little thing. I gotta, I gotta save that person. It's like, you gotta save yourself before you
okay.
save
You about to
else.
kill yourself trying to be there for them.
Right.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like maybe they, maybe someone they loved had passed away and they feel like, they didn't do enough to help. So maybe they feel like now everybody, since they're losing somebody, they gotta like help that person.
Like, be there. Yeah.
Like, no, that's not your job. Like, because you get stressed out doing that.
You do, because you're emptying your cup out for everybody else, and you have nothing left for you. Like,
Yeah.
Like you have to take care of yourself.
Yep, that's right. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know where that mentality comes from.
Yeah, I don't know either. It could come from a series of things. Here's another one. If you are far away from yourself, how could you ever be close to another? I was thinking about that today.
If you're far away, that's almost the same thing too as when people say, how you can't love yourself, how are you gonna love somebody else?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't know yourself, how, like, it's just, I don't know.
Yeah. Because I was just thinking about that earlier. Like nowadays, I feel like I'm true. Because like I said earlier, I feel like I healed from a situation in the past and it took about like 2 months or whatever. But for some reason, I feel like I didn't truly heal. Like I didn't take the right steps, maybe, because now I'm in another healing phase. Maybe that was just for that phase or whatever. But now I'm like, I feel like I wasn't truly within myself at that time, if that makes sense. I feel like I was kind of like operating and looking at myself from the outside in instead of actually living. So nowadays I see the change. Like I see the difference from how I was back then to now. And I'm like, dang, now I see what I need to truly work on. And now I feel like I can truly give away whatever, like love or whatever, the proper way. Because back then I was just like, love is supposed to happen, I guess, and I'm supposed to go through it or whatever. Like I wasn't truly like aware of what my actions were doing. Now I'm more aware, and I can finally like use my voice and just be me. Just be real with myself.
Yeah.
Did you like with the past relationship? Instead of healing, did you just jump into something else without trying to figure out what happened, or like, you know what I mean? Or did you stay like in a state of like constantly questioning like what happened, what did I do, blah blah, instead of getting those answers, then moved on to the next, like, you know what I mean?
I think that's what happened because I thought, maybe I thought I had answered those questions, but I didn't like sit with it because then I would like go to somebody else. And doing that, I think I was still had in the back of my mind, I can make this person jealous though, being with this person. So I didn't truly like sit with myself.
Move on.
Yeah. So like nowadays I'm like, let me take my time because I did get out of a relationship not too long ago. Not like we still in communication, but we are both being more wise with how we like interact with each other. I guess to say that. But like now I can be aware. I'm aware of it now because back in the day I was just like carelessly moving,
just going through the motions.
Yeah.
But then you don't, then you don't realize either that you bring that into the next thing. Like you bring, instead of like healing or moving forward or figuring out what the issue was on your end, whether it was, because sometimes it's, you can't put a blame on somebody, but like, how they always say it takes two and blah, blah, blah. But sometimes it's just not that you did anything, but what you allowed. And then when you don't figure that out, then you take that into the next, and then it's like you continue to allow that same behavior, so you just stay in that same pattern.
All right, close the door. All right, they loud. Oh, we don't have school tomorrow, so just loud right now.
It's only 9.
Close the door, Kendo.
They had school today, or they didn't have school today. They have school tomorrow. It's done.
Oh, okay, because it's Thursday. I keep thinking it's.
I think Tenika's thing went off.
Oh yeah, because it was like.
It was circling.
Loading.
Loading.
We have so much time when we see each other in person. Kendo, close the door.
Thanksgiving is coming up.
I know,
Thanksgiving.
Right? I can't wait.
I know. I'm waiting for my plate to be made. No, just kidding. Shoot. No.
I'm waiting for my plate too.
Right.
This little girl, she playing.
Just sit her with you.
Playing with my emotions.
Speaking of, why are you still out the bed?
The kids are coming out.
Right. Yeah. The kids come out at night.
Right. Right.
Boy, go to bed. I'm up. Good night. Good night. Lord.
Lord.
Mhm.
Let's see what else. Skylar, you back? No.
Yeah, I'm
Put it
back.
in the back.
Okay.
Who was that in the back?
Who? What?
It's a
Who?
ghost. I'm just
Does Kai have a hood on?
Ebony, don't say that.
I
What?
just saw a skeleton behind you.
What room is behind you?
Oh, it's a mirror.
Oh,
I was like,
oh, that was you. I was
Ebony.
like,
Oh my God.
like,
These are like this whole scene is gonna be on the news. They're gonna film this. She has somebody in the room.
online.
moving in slow motion.
Oh my gosh, no.
That would be scary.
I thought that was a room. That's a mirror.
No, yeah, it was.
Okay. So when you walk past, you walk past and Ashley was like, "Are you back?" So I saw you, I guess, your reflection going past. So I was like, "No, she's
Oh
not
my
back." But then you were right
God.
here, so I was like, "Wait, who
like
else is in the
two
house?"
ladies in there? No.
Don't say that. Don't.
No, I think it was you because it was the back of your head. Then if it was a reflection,
Don't say that.
Like, who is that in the back?
I know. I thought it was a room.
Let's see what else, y'all. Let's do what time is it? Two more
9:44.
and that's it. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see.
Go to a
Like a gangster post? No, I'm just playing.
yeah. You can do a gangster one.
Did you
Just do a
guys
gangster
hear about that Astro World thing
Oh
with
gosh, yes.
Travis Scott? I was watching those conspiracy videos and they were
Talking about he conjured the devil or something like that.
yeah, it made sense, but
The
I don't know
kids,
if that was
the
too
kids.
deep.
Bailey was like, they said Travis Scott conjured the devil, and then people started dying. I was like, girl, I don't know.
I wouldn't put it past this industry, like because he
Somebody
did
probably
have a
some
lot of
time that
symbols.
booth going in the crowd, just stumping people out.
Yeah, that was just weird because his shirt had like the door on there. One side was like the blue people walking into the door, and then when they come out the door, it's like people on fire.
What?
His shirt. I didn't even notice all that.
So
They
those
had one of the
videos were talking about it. So it was like, okay, a door, and it has the blue people. They just walking like whatever, happy, and
I'm
then
about to pull that picture up.
they go through the
What?
door, and there's people on fire coming out the door, and then like the sign, like on the stage, it says
See
"See you
you
on
on
the
the
other."
other side, right?
It says "See you on the other
Yeah.
side." Yeah, and then it was showing what else? It was a lot of different symbols and stuff. I was like, dang, he really conjured something up because the way he was laughing and stuff, people were saying,
I see his
help,
shirt.
help. And he was up there smiling with his head down like.
But the
What?
videos that one video that's not being shown is when he was calling for security to come
Yeah,
help. Like nobody's showing that
nobody's
except
showing
DL
it.
Hughley. I think
But
he
then
posted it.
some girl that was talking about it, she was like, he was calling for help, but then he started singing like this seance sounding song. He was like, yeah, yeah, or something. And I was like, people be reading into this stuff.
Well, he did it before. I think he was getting ready to sing, and then he was like, yeah, yeah, whatever. And then he was like, yeah. And then he was like, somebody call security.
Yeah.
Somebody's on the ground. So I don't know.
It's so much. And then I guess Drake had said, everybody move up or something. And that's when
Drake is in there too?
well, that was late. I don't know if it was later on in the show. They didn't make that clear. Because he told the crowd to like move forward. And so once they did that, that's when
they got trampled.
Yeah, but I think a lot of drugs were involved too.
So were the people, did they die because they were trampled, or were they died because they were getting stuck with drugs? I know a security guard got stuck with something.
Yeah, that's what I want to know too.
I feel like there's just too much chaos surrounding this.
Yeah, because they were saying people were just, hey cousin, Destiny, hey queen,
hey girl.
they were saying that some people were just dropping dead. So I'm thinking that was the drugs. That was because they were passing something around and it might have had fentanyl on there or something, they said. And so that's how people were passing out and dying. But then some girl, she was talking and she had this shoe mark on her face. And so they were stepping on people to get up out of there.
But I know they were rushing in at one point. I think they were like running in, like they ran past security.
Yeah, because they showed that too. They showed
I think it was like people not. It was too many people there. Like
that's the problem. I don't even
know why they would allow that to happen.
That event was way too crazy for real.
Whatever Travis Scott got going on, whether it was a seance or not, it's just like that's just common sense though. Like
50,000 people.
I don't. That's crazy, and I don't understand why he's the blame for it though.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
he can only do so much.
I'm seeing people commenting on like, did he do enough? And people are like, no. And I'm just like, what is he supposed to do? He's on stage singing. Like he don't know what's going on.
What's he gonna do? Jump down?
First of all, you can't even see what's out in the crowd except for probably right in front of you where he was at. I'm like, you can't see beyond that because the lights and stuff. So I'm like,
yeah, the lights are blocking you from seeing.
And you can't hear really what's going on either because it's so loud out there. Like you don't know who was saying what is happening.
That's just like how when we were like our dance concerts, like we couldn't see nothing with that spotlight.
I really couldn't see.
You just see some little black shadows. Like
exactly, you only see the front row.
The front row. That's all you saw. So
you ain't gonna be like, hey mom, I see you back in the back. You ain't gonna see that.
Like when Beyonce be lying talking about, I see you in the back. And it's like, no, you don't.
No, you don't.
You're just looking in a general location, and that person assumed you were talking to them.
Yeah, he looked me right in the eyes. Like he ain't thinking about you
at all. I just don't understand why. I know because it's his concert, he has to assume the blame just because it's his. But like, I'm like, what more can he do? Like, okay, he offered to pay, or they offered to pay for the funerals. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, you can't sue the man.
But it's like, the organizer should have been responsible for that.
To me, I would sue the security or like especially the facility security. Or whatever, wherever they had it, whoever's in charge of that location.
And then they said there was only like one paramedic or something that was there for all the people. I was like, now y'all know good and well, 50,000 people, anything can happen.
And we're still in COVID.
And they had limited amount of like security, paramedics, police. They only had a limited amount. And
wasn't this? I could be wrong, but was this festival like threatened to be like stopped or shut down at one point?
I think so. Cause
I mean, like during COVID and stuff. Like I know, like I don't know. Did it just go through or?
I think it might have been canceled, and that's probably why all them people came or something.
Yeah.
Because the Astro something the year before, they said people were passing out there too. But it's like that usually happens.
At all of those like type of festivals, like the Coachella and all that stuff. There's always something going on.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
But once we said, the artists can only do so much. They can't.
But that's scary. Like, can you imagine somebody poking somebody with needles and stuff?
Like walking around just like, what the heck?
They poke the security in the neck.
Yeah. That's demonic. That's very demonic.
I feel like there were some people out there that just had that in their mind, like, we gonna kill somebody today. Like,
get away with something.
Yeah, so many people, what they gonna do? Who they gonna find in all that crowd?
I mean,
what were the little kids doing in there?
That's my question.
The 10-year-old and the...
Because one of the little kids is in the hospital in a coma.
A girl died. She was
that's
dead or something.
Dang.
That's crazy.
That's scary.
Makes you not want to be a part of those kind of festivals.
And then somebody that I follow, this lady that always makes posts about, she always talks about women, but she made a post about this whole Astro, whatever it's called, concert. She was like, they weren't saying anything when people were dying at Michael Jackson concerts. I was like, I did not hear nothing about nobody dying at Michael Jackson
They
concerts.
They definitely didn't die. They fainted because they were
They
overwhelmed.
fainted and passed out,
That's
but
what I
not
said too.
dying.
I was like, they weren't doing
I
that
mean,
at
that
Michael
was
Jackson.
my first thought, though. I was like,
I
people
did
were
too.
passing out at Michael
I thought of that
concerts,
too.
But
Michael
it's
Jackson's
not the
like
same.
turning in his grave, like, here they go, bringing me up again.
Right. They keep my name out their
Like,
mouth.
what did I got to do with that? No.
What do I?
Right,
What
like,
I gotta do
Not bad.
with that?
Why? Said they keep their name out their mouth. Why?
can you imagine going to a concert though and just passing out because you?
No.
That's like
I
you.
like
That
to
means
be
you are
in
very
control of my
upset.
situation.
Mm.
That's doing too much.
I used to think they were tripping. Like, you're doing way too much. Like, I love Michael, like the rest of them. Like, that he was my absolute favorite artist. But I'm not about to pass out. Like,
No.
I'm gonna miss the whole concert because I paid
Okay.
it. Like,
I paid all this money. I need to see this.
Right. Like, I'm not about to faint. And there be people in the back. Like, first of all, you're not even nowhere near him.
Like, you could have watched this at the house because you all the way in the back.
Right. You in the back
Passing out.
People were like in the back where the little gates were. Like
Michael is not checking for you.
He
like,
does not see you at all.
You see Tiana Taylor?
Oh yeah,
somebody passed
Oh,
rose petals.
She was like, no. She was like, I'm about
she
to
was
retire.
not playing that.
She was like, I'm about to retire. You're not about to sue me later. I was like, she was like, pick her up,
okay,
pick her up.
Like,
Did she say something about put your titty back in your shirt or something like that?
Oh yeah.
She was like, put your titty and put her on the stage.
She was like, you okay? Okay.
God.
Say rose petal. Okay.
Right.
And then she went right back.
And then started singing a slow song. I was like, oh my God.
I know. I couldn't take her serious.
Tiana's funny. Yeah, but I don't know. Who knows what's going on in this music industry? I mean, they've always said that it's devil ties to it.
Yeah. Who knows? Especially
I feel like there's
Kardashian
everything though.
Yeah.
I mean, I said I feel like there's spiritual ties to everything that we do. Yeah. So, or everything in life. It's just a matter of like, are those people tapping into that? You know, like of course in the music industry, it's always been that.
And then it's magnified being on the stage.
Right. And I mean, like, you know how they always say it's always been a spiritual battle. Like, that's always what it's been.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole we wrestle against flesh and blood, all that stuff. So it's like, I think anything in life is a spiritual battle.
Now I was thinking that too when I was looking at it. I was like, this could have very well been some demonic activity.
Spiritual warfare is real.
Especially being involved with the Kardashians, like they probably Kylie and them, they left right before all that stuff happened, so they probably like conjured it up and left.
Did a whole seance and was like, all right.
Because remember they did say that a lot of people did say that they practice witchcraft.
What you say?
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people did say that they practice witchcraft, so I would not be surprised.
I'm not surprised. Yeah, I think so.
Or does she own a church? She owns a church, right?
I think so.
Or I heard I don't think she owns it anymore. I think she had a church and then sold it.
Oh.
That stew brewing in the back.
Right.
Got brooms ready to hop on. Let's go.
Hocus pocus.
Hocus pocus.
Right after Halloween, like.
Nah, exactly.
That's crazy though. That's why I can't do large crowds like that. Like I just can't. Not out in the open like that. It's out in the open, right? Like it's in like a field. Yeah, no, I can't do that.
That's scary.
On witchcraft grounds. No, I'm just kidding.
It's like you go to a concert to have fun, and then you come back and a lot of people die.
Like, come back dead.
Right. See you on the other side. I'm just kidding. Let me.
I ain't on that side. I'm just saying.
Right.
So that see you on the other side mess. It's like imagine that being your last like view right before you about to die. Like you look at those words right before you die.
Mm.
See you on the other side. Like
And then they
kind of
just looking
weird.
up
It's
at
kind
the
of like
sky like,
Right. Like, no, just kidding.
like that's the last view of somebody's legs. Like, what the heck?
Oh. On their last leg.
Literally.
like
Yeah,
that's
that's
scary.
crazy.
That's what it's like the way the concert was set up. Like you got those words on the screen, and then then that ends up happening that night. People dying.
Right.
Kind of weird.
That's strange. I don't know. I didn't
It
even
was
pay
like a
attention.
setup.
I didn't pay attention to that. I didn't even know. I heard about the festival. I wasn't paying attention to it though.
Yeah, I didn't either until the other day. I was doing Nico's hair, and I was like, have you been hearing about the Astro Royal thing? Because I don't know
Yeah.
what happened. And she was like, let's go find some YouTube videos. So we started watching all of that. I was
Right.
like,
So they
Yeah,
have
this
videos of
this
like, people like running and stuff.
they were running to get in. I'm like, they were knocking other
They were
people down.
bombarding. Yeah, they were bombarding. I think it was people who were trying to get in, and you know how they hold you at the gate or whatever. And I think they just bum rushed the security. All of them came running in.
How
And
they get the security guards did not do their job?
I
Like,
would have hated to be in the front of the line because they were the main ones getting trampled on.
Right.
I was like, dang. And
But
then
just to be in that environment, like I mean, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it was dope. Like, you know, especially if you're a fan of his and
Yeah.
listening to the music. But then when chaos breaks out, like it's just like what do you do?
what
That's
do you
too
do?
many people.
Exactly.
I'd be
I
worried
mean,
at
it was
regular concerts.
50,000 people. Like, what do you do?
50,000.
How do you contain 50,000 people?
First of all, it's Texas, so that makes sense why there's 50,000 people out there.
They got nothing to do.
Then we're gonna see a surge in Texas with COVID cases, but like it's just like how?
And then the way it was set up too, it was like a T shape. So you have like the stage, and then in front of the stage is like the camera people and the security and stuff. Then behind, like they put like I don't know why they put this, but I guess it was maybe for cameras or something. But that's why the crowd was so close in, because the stage and everything was like shaped
like
weird.
Right there.
It was just packed in. So that's why I was like, the organizers need to be fired for that, because they should have knew, like, people gonna crowd in.
Like, I understand they're trying to do a festival, but I'm like right now, with just all this shit like going on right now, like just go to a regular venue and let people sit in some chairs. Like
exactly, do a tour.
Like, what are we doing?
These festivals ain't it. Like putting all these people in one place, that's not smart. Like have different nights.
Right. Yeah,
because that's doing too much. That's asking for lawsuits.
I wouldn't have been there.
Can't be me. No,
I didn't even know Coachella.
Yeah, Coachella, all of them. That Lollapalooza thing. I think they had like 10,000 people or something like